Good day everybody, this is Dark Comet and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. Welcome back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This is episode number 50 of Eivor's adventures in England. The last episode was quite interesting. We saw that Eivor got a letter from someone calling themselves the Poor Fellow Soldier of Christ. She was asked to come to Wincestre and meet someone in white at the cathedral there. When she came, she was surprised to meet King Aelfred himself, who rules that region of England. And he told Eivor that he really wanted her help, that he didn't want any ill will of her at this point in time, that if she could help him find the Order of Ancient People who are trying to plot and assassinate him, that'd be greatly appreciated, and that he wanted Eivor to work with the Reeve Goodwin. When Eivor went to find the Reeve Goodwin, she found out that he was being held hostage at the Wincestre garrison. She rescued him, and upon further investigation, they found some clues on someone who calls himself the Gallows, which is a leader in the Order of the Ancients, and that person is a fellow Reeve, like Goodwin himself, that can enact judgment, and that he's been assassinating people on the execution stage by hanging and mystery deaths. So we hunted down the Gallows, and we were able to assassinate him as he was executing people on the stage there. We weren't able to save the original person who was assassinated and beheaded up there, but we were able to rescue his wife and take out the Gallows, so we were able to cross one more name off the list and choke him down. So that's kind of where we're at, and this episode we're going to concentrate on tracking down the next leader of the agents, calling himself the Quill. We uncover that the Quill is using children informants around the city to act as spies. We must uncover that network, and then we discover who the Quill is, and we get more clues on the Seax, which is also called the Dagger, who is the other leader that we need to take down in the Order of Agents. So it's going to be quite fun, and we should be able to find out some very interesting things that happened to Eivor here on her journey, and we'll take down two leader of the agents here, the Dagger, the Seax, and the Quill, and we're going to have a rundown with King Aelfred at the end. So hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get busy.
Here, friend.
Oh, a goodly soul.
A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Does Magister Batter not teach you the scriptures?
Magister Batter is a horse's dangles.
And here is the axe I used to swat a fly.
You have ventured from your burrow.
And you have plunged my city into chaos. I had hoped you would use the lessons of your subtler gods.
We have no subtle gods.
If the Gallows is truly dead, perhaps we can allow cautious revelry?
I did only what I agreed to, Aelfred. If your crown now weighs heavy, I would gladly take it from you.
Forgive my outburst. God sowed in me a passion, but English prose is an instrument long out of tune.
We all want better for our people, don't we, Eivor? Yours and ours.
The Quill remains. What do we know?
The decay of learning has been gentle in Wessex. We enjoy the office of wise men, but we have neglected the study of wisdom.
The Quill preys on this lapse.
Someone disagrees with your reforms, Aelfred, and he's calling the children to arms.
Now we know why so many children scurry through the streets. Feral and untutored.
I can talk to some, see where they lead me.
Good. Find me at the alehouse when you're done. And try not to scare the piss from any of them.
We Norse are the monsters of your Saxon mother's bedtime tales. I promise nothing. I see you, child. Come.
The bad Reeve, Selwyn. I saw you punish him in the square.
He hurt many people.
Yes. He hurt my mother to death. Then took her good luck charm. Perhaps you found it? A little carved tree. It is all I have to remember her by.
I found no charm, lucky or otherwise.
A bit of silver then? For my troubles.
It wouldn't have the same value, would it?
You ugly Dane! May God curse you with boils on your face!
Spry little mouse, will you lead me to your quill?
Heaven will swallow the smoke of Ealhferth's pyre.
Very poetic. But he's going to be buried in the grounds of the Minster.
Ah, now we can always pay our respects.
If you say so.
Gods be it! You'll set Winchester ablaze!
Roly-poly mutton man, you can't catch me!
Oh, God help me. I'd rather be shoveling dung in Malvern again.
I need your eyes, my friend.
You again? You should mind your own beeswax.
Elwyn, is it? You wield fire like the flaming Jotnar.
It was burning when I found it. Hot days like this, things just go whoosh. Well? Oi! Wigbert! You great moon calf.
Hand it over, Alwyn. We saw your little shadow take it. What you looking at?
Turn around, walk away, and you keep your insides inside.
All right, no harm meant. Stay out of trouble, you grub mite.
That showed them.
Trouble seems to follow you.
And I wriggle out of it like a slippery eel. Why are you following me?
I'm looking for the Quill. So I'm asking you, his little worker bees.
Us? Working for the Quill? Shows what you know.
Is that so?
Those were the Quill's meat mops, and you sent them scurrying off with their tails between their legs.
It sounds like you owe me your life.
This one's brave and strong. Might be able to help us.
So you're not working for the Quill?
We steal to stay alive and out of the Quill's clutches.
But you know where I can find him.
They come up from the sewers like rats. Go on, give her what you took. Maybe she can save us. Good luck, Dane. Try not to get maimed and all that.
Okay, now we know the identity of the Quill. She is a nun, actually, in the Order of the Ancients. Her name is Hilda, and she is a nun who operates in the underground sewers of Wincestre. The church is no place for women of intelligence. This was a lesson Hilda learned early on in life. Orphaned at 6 years old, she found shelter in the monastery, and while her young male initiates spent days of study and prayer, she was banished to the kitchen. She began listening in the doorways, hiding in shadows, and blackmailing monks with the secrets she learned, asking only that they teach her things of importance, reading, writing, and Latin. In the church, her voracious intelligence was her undoing. In the order, it was a revelation. Bishop Ealhferth saw value not only in her sharp wit, but in her ruthlessness. She quickly built a network of children like herself, quick and sharp, small hands quick to steal, small ears quick to listen. No secret in the Wincestre is safe from the Quill's army of little spies.
Go, my eyes. I should watch out for a mousetrap.
I like the pretty things, but Magister Battus' stealing is wrong. I'm going to marry King Aelfred, and he's going to whisk me away from all this toil. Everyone died, and left me alone on the streets.
I didn't get nothing today. There's never enough food. I'm always starving.
That's her! Dimwit Dane, didn't guess the Quill's a she.
Now, Elwyn. Few have the wit that you and I possess. Most see the world in simpler terms, where we are the weaker sex.
A broodmare who preys on innocence and you brag about strength.
How little you know. Defend your mistress!
Shit, you're got you! Over there! Go in! Bye-bye!
Ealhferth, may your roof shield me.
Wait!
Ealhferth's roof. Does she flee to the bishop's house?
Your wits. The Dane wants my blood. Show yourself, murderer! Guards, protect me!
Ego sum verite.
Wincestre must see your crimes. Come, child. Whisper what you've learned, and Mother will give you a treat.
Coward! Using children to spy and steal for your order.
To educate them. Give me a child until he is 7, and I will give you the man. Or woman. What use are letters when a child can only write his name in pig shit? Or wisdom in a woman when she cannot wield it beyond her heart? I taught little Alwyn so much more. Saved her from a life less worthy. She will find enlightenment in the Order, just as I did. If I could save them all, I would.
But you can't. You have corrupted too many to save too few.
My order is the only way forward. It can quench our thirst for knowledge. If only Aelfred's slave faith is defeated. And what would you sacrifice for infinite knowledge?
An immeasurable gift. Why refuse it?
Not their innocence.
A pity. Non requiescat in pace.
Goodwin said to meet him at an alehouse nearby.
Fancy a game of all, Rob?
There's drinking to be done! Who's with me?
Eivor!
Is this where Justice hides when she's tired?
Hides? Splood, no. This is a wake, my friend. A celebration to ease the Quill on her way to eternal damnation.
You heard?
Hilda's were not the only eyes in Winchester. My spies tell me stories of an avenging angel striking down the unworthy.
I have been called worse.
Be thou hail, Ealdorbanna. That's life destroyer in our dialect.
I said easy with my kinsbane. Old honey waves alive in my horn, and my eyes on the door, expecting my death, yet unafraid.
You're quite safe with me, Dane. For now. If the mead is fresh and the air is cool, you may often find a friend even amongst your enemies.
What does a reeve do exactly? Besides sniff around the king's coattails for the scent of praise.
I enforce and interpret the laws here. Not man's, but God's law. The natural laws that move the world and hold it together.
Well, if it keeps you busy.
I must thank you before the ale dulls me. By cutting the order down to size, you have given England a hope of unity. It must be a sour apple to swallow, knowing that you are the last of Winchester's enemies.
Are you sure the Seax is dead?
The bishop is dead, that's certain. And if the bishop was the Seax is dead. A transitive property of mortality, you see.
I don't believe it. Too much theater in Winchester. Overwrought players and wailing women.
Well, you could pay your respects and see for yourself. The funeral is today.
If he rots, I will leave with my silver. But if he lives, there's work to be done.
Watch your step, Eivor. He'll be a hefty corpse in death. Alive, he'd be much bigger. Whether you find or make a corpse, meet me at the Witten with your report.
I'm feeling a bit dry over here.
If the bishop is wormmeal, then here should be the proof.
A stranger comes to Wember.
You do not mourn like they do.
Wember is always here, helping the sleeping, singing to them, so they are not frightened before they meet God.
The sleeping? You mean the dead?
Wember helps the monks. Dig, dig, dig.
You dig the graves. Did you bury Ealfred?
Have you seen Leof? My poor friend. Poor Leof.
What about the Bishop Ealhferth? Did you dig his grave?
No, no. I don't bury a lord in a pauper's husk. Poor Leof. They showed him their gleaming blade.
Someone hurt your friend Leof?
Yes, yes. And while he slept, they stole his face.
I am sorry for your loss.
My brother makes no odds to me.
Eternal bliss.
I'm sorry for Harriet.
Where
She
joy
cared so
endures
much
for
for him.
all those
Mulder's
beloved
sister
of God.
should.
Such a grisly fate. Did you know Ealfred?
By reputation, I did.
He was no friend of Aelfred's. I once heard them quarreling at a Witten.
Did you know Bishop Ealhferth?
No, but I plan to write an epic poem of his grisly demise. Oh, poor Aelfred, scorched of face. All your woeful companions, bold, bayoneted, weeping. Weeping as you are...
Sleeping?
Oh, yeah, perfect, yes.
Are you the bishop's family?
God, no. Just here to make sure that impious bastard is actually dead. He bedded my wife, the randy bastard.
Did you know Bishop Ealhferth?
Barely. But can you still smell the burned flesh? It's rife across the whole graveyard.
Only his head and neck are burned. Is this what Wimper meant? That they stole his friend's face? And this corpse's build is slight, frail. Goodwin said Ealhferth was a brute. Threadbare clothes. Did they belong to Wimper's friend? This funeral is a shadow play. The Order killed an innocent, burned his face so no one could tell, and interred him in Ealhferth's place. His sister knows more than she lets on.
Leave me to my grief.
A pretty show you have laid on here, but I know the truth.
You would dare speak to me? When my poor brother Aelfred lies cold in his shroud.
Your brother is the Seax, and no more dead than I am.
Heresy. My brother was the Bishop of Winchester.
When Goodwin got too close to the truth about your brother's place in the Order, you buried him. Or rather, you buried another in his place. The poor gravedigger's friend. Burning his face so no one would know.
How did you... No, I...
Your brother is not in that crypt. Tell me where he is before more lives are lost.
I will not tell you anymore. Guards! All right, have your way. They won't do you any good.
Can't hold out much longer.
Why are you doing this?
Enough of this, cat and mouse. Where is your brother, the one they call the Seax?
He is a ghost now. But he will make himself flesh once more at the Witten. And Aelfred will be king no more.
He means to kill Aelfred?
Regicide? No. The king will step aside and Aelfred will lead us all. Risen and resplendent as the Lord.
You are a damned fool.
Okay, now we know that Ealfred is still alive and is called the Seax, which is also called the dagger. Let's look at his information here. He intends to murder King Aelfred at the Great Hall in Wincestre. He's a priest in the Order. Ealfred was born into a poor but devout family of Christian settlers in the northern wilds. Devoted to his mother, he followed her everywhere. She in turn would hold him close and whisper wondrous stories of God's everlasting love and kindness. This made her murder at the hands of the pagan Norse raiders all the more difficult for Ealfred to bear. From that day, the Seax was at war with God, but only with the Order did he find sweet revenge. He posed as God's mouthpiece in Wincestre, controlling lords and peasants from the pulpit.
Be my eyes. The Seax must be hiding in the crowd, biding his time to strike at Aelfred.
Not priest, clerk, or abbot can turn the letter of their sermons from Latin to English. And how can we understand God's words if they are not spoken in our tongue? Aelfred is dead, and we mourn him. But the foul deeds of the unrighteous are sown among our holy deeds, like cockles and tare in a field of wheat. Education, wisdom, enlightened thought. This will raise us above the sins of our fathers. These I will demand of the next Bishop of Winchester. And so we meet to discuss all worthy candidates and choose the man who will shepherd our flock.
The king is mine!
By God, it's true. The bishop lives.
Hey, what?
How sweet is the shepherd's pipe when he calls his lambs to slaughter. I was born to Christians in the northern wilds. My mother would cradle me beneath the stars and whisper, dove-like, God watches over you. Then your people came. And God fixed his stout eye as they slit her throat for a copper ring. No stars threw down their spears as barbarians smeared her blood through fields of broken wheat. God watched all, and I hated him.
It may be Aelfred's god was testing you. A trial you failed.
Alfred's god is weak. Yet he would chain us all in his service, from our first breath to our death rattle. My order wishes to break these mind-forged manacles. I am the wolf in lamb's wool.
He takes on the role of a god himself. A worthy path to walk.
A wolf is but a walking feast for ravens.
One more gift for you, Dane. A deadly truth, if you can find it. With my death, the Order will not die. It will only transform into something far worse for all of us.
Ealfred will not cheat Loki's dread daughter twice.
I owe you my life.
An irony not lost on me, Alfred.
My king, we'll go by back streets to the old minster. Eivor may find us there when all has settled.
Ealfred, my love! No! Curse you, Dane! My brother served God.
He was not a Christian. He abhorred your god.
But why strike him down? Have you no compassion for good men?
We both have more questions than answers. But if you know this key, perhaps we can help one another. Where is its home?
You treated me with kindness. But this damned order, their machinations killed my brother, so the rest may rot. Take this key to the ruins beneath the bishop's house. You may find answers there.
What do you see, Sunan? If Ealfred's sister spoke true, I will find answers in the ruins. This must be it. The door to Ealfred's secrets.
Okay guys, looks like we found some interesting clues here. Let's go ahead and examine this. Fated decree from 870th year Christian Jesus. Bulwark England against outside agitators. She was our last great fortress upon the earth.
Send this to Hytham. He may
And this looks like another tale that you can read at your convenience about the Danish invasion and fighting that off. And it's something that we would give to Hytham as one of the things from the Order bureaus. It's kind of cool. We find another one here. And it has quite some cool stuff about Frankie and Ireland as well. So check that out. Let's look for other clues here. See what we can find. Got another letter here. The mark is Aelfred, a withered sprig from his father's trunk. We should have seen it earlier. Someone calling himself a poor soldier is colluding with our king and feeding him names. London and Ethelwick have already fallen to this treacherous rat. Burn the king to ash before he reaches the roots, the instrument, who we've already taken out.
Come forth, Eivor.
Here is far enough.
When wrongdoers came to devour my flesh, these enemies stumbled and fell.
Have the laws of hospitality been thrown out, Aelfred? I did exactly as we agreed.
That you did. But do not mistake necessity for friendship.
You are a man of your word, a man of God.
Indeed. By his example, I live my life. Goodwin?
Here is the only silver fit for one of your dragon boats. A reminder of Christ's sacrifice and our charity.
This too I offer you. Live here among us in peace as a Christian, or die a pagan in a blood-soaked field. All you have to lose is life everlasting.
And if I choose neither?
He offers you hope, Eivor. A life of purpose, above and beyond this one. You'd be a fool to refuse.
Your reign will end, King of the West Saxons. Raven wings will beat until your throne crumbles to dust.
You were wrong, Goodwin. This one is beyond saving.
You had your chance, damn you!
I did not want it. Damn you, Aelfred. I will return to Hytham and Randvi. They will want to know what happened here.
Good to see you, darling.
The Order in Wincestre has been wiped out, but we are no longer welcome there. My contact was none other than King Aelfred himself. The Order wanted him dead, so he fought back.
Aelfred, the line between friend and enemy is a porous one.
Uber Ragnarsson has come. He claims to have some business with you.
Uber Ragnarsson, you're a long way from your king's side.
Eivor. Yes, a long stroll through the hills and fields of Mercia. Also, I could thank you.
Thank me?
For sending my brother to his just reward. In spite of the harm he caused you and everyone around you, I could not keep him in line in this life. But I have no doubt the All-Father will put him to good use in the next.
A darkness followed your brother, one I am not sure he understood. But as you say, he is now where he belongs.
He is. And as a show of my thanks, I came to offer you a gift. A token of my respect.
Thank you.
Put it to good use, Wolf-Kissed. And may we meet again soon. On a battlefield if the fates are kind.
I cleared Winchester of the Order. Yet to do so meant working with King Aelfred.
Your poor fellow soldier led you to the King of Wessex? How very strange. He, or she, is toying with you, it seems.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
Okay guys, that'll be it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that like button. It really helps out my channel a lot and shows me how much you appreciate the product I'm putting together for you. Please leave a comment below and let me know what you guys think of the episodes so far and what you might want to see, or if you want me to highlight something you haven't seen so far. Really would appreciate to hear from you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I do other episodes of Assassin's Creed Valhalla and other things I do. Check out the description below if you want to see some of the other games I put together for you. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there, and we will see you on the next Dark Comet adventure.